Instead of finding people that committed crimes and sending them back home, who can be against that? I'm all in favor for that. So if suddenly it's people that aren't appropriately documented or waiting to be documented, and they're picked up because they don't have a document, and that makes them a criminal, that's just bullshit, frankly.
The governor does agree with the Trump administration that there should be consequences for those who break the law.
The planned user of a proposed data center in Port Washington has been revealed. The Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel reports Denver-based Vantage Data Centers will occupy the nearly 2,000-acre site. Last month, the city of Port Washington annexed around a third of the site from the town of Port Washington. Development of the data center is expected to be completed in 2030.
A new lawsuit hopes to prohibit billionaire Elon Musk from ever again offering cash payments to voters here in Wisconsin. The Wisconsin Democracy Campaign filed the lawsuit. It says Musk and two groups he funds violated bans on vote bribery and unauthorized lotteries. Musk handed out multiple million-dollar checks to voters at rallies in Wisconsin ahead of the April 1st state Supreme Court election. The court previously declined to hear a prior lawsuit filed by Wisconsin Attorney General Josh Kaul, hoping to block Musk from handing out those checks.
Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth is facing questions from Senate Democrats about the use of National Guard and members of the Marines in response to the anti-ICE protests in L.A.
The Defense Secretary says the military mobilization in California is lawful and focused on preserving order. Democratic Senator Jack Reed of Rhode Island asked Pete Hegseth if he's planning to authorize the troops to detain or arrest American citizens.
They are assisting in defending law enforcement officers and law enforcement facilities.
So the answer is yes.
In the execution of their job.
Hegseth told senators ICE should be able to do its job without being attacked by mobs of people. Stephen Portnoy, ABC News, Washington.
Giving the gift of life at the Milwaukee County Zoo.
The American Red Cross is looking for donors this week as blood donations typically decline during the summer. Red Cross spokesperson Lizzie Pant tells WTMJ.
Only 3% of the population gives blood. The donors that can come out can make a huge difference. They're super needed. Somebody needs a pint of blood every 2 seconds. So just in the interview here, we're talking potentially, hundreds of lives.
Donors will receive free same-day zoo admission and 2 free tickets to Summerfest while supplies last. The blood drive runs through Thursday. Neil Doyle, WTMJ News.
Time for news about your money. The WTMJ Annex Wealth Management Market Update. The Dow is up about 182 points at 43,050. The NASDAQ up about 25 this afternoon at 19,738. And the S&P 500 up about 10 at 6,050. Annex Comprehensive Wealth, Annex Private Client, Annex Ignite. Financial planning at every level. For details, visit annexwealth.com.
Don't read too much into it. That's the word today from Packers head coach Matt LaFleur. The story ahead. Sports, traffic, and weather are next. Outdoor Living Unlimited WTMJ News Time is 12:05.
At Potawatomi, where ways to win are endless, another chance to capture epic cash and prizes comes Friday, June 27th. It's the season finale blockbuster drawings. Watch your entries from Enchanted Spins, Unreal Treasures, and Boundless Bounty come together for drawings where $300,000 in cash and prizes is there for the taking. Be there to win your share. June 27th only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. More info online. Must be 21 years old to play.
Hi, I'm Eric Brown, owner of Outdoor Living Unlimited. Outdoor Living Unlimited recently completed an amazing project. Imagine a backyard with a beautiful deck, automated pergola, and an outdoor kitchen with an amazing outdoor fireplace as its focal point, creating that $1 million feeling every time you relax. Looking for a company to make your backyard scream wow? Stop by our beautiful showroom in Waukesha or visit our website at outdoorlivingunlimited.com.
Get the help you need Saturday morning with How To Radio. At 7, it's the WTMJ Fix-It Show with David Nason, featuring this week's guest, Sighting Unlimited. At 9, plan your dream vacation with the Fox World Travel Show. At 10, get financial guidance during Money Talk. Contact Annex Wealth Management for an unbiased review of your investments at annexwealth.com. How To Radio, Saturday mornings on WTMJ.
Vince Vitrano here for Connect Chiropractic. Get your aches and pains under control. But not only that, regular care with Connect Chiro can bring back your energy. A lot of folks start with headaches, back pain, and shoulder pain. How quickly you see results varies from person to person, but time and repetition are the key to staying on track. No twisting, no cracking, no popping. Connect Chiro docs use a special tool for all your adjustments, targeted results, and a gentler experience. Check out the new location in Oak Creek or get started at GoConnectChiro.com.
Time for a WTMJ sports update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All sports desk. The Brewers go for a series win over the Braves this afternoon in the final game of a 3-game series. Coverage gets underway at 12:35. Top pitching prospect Jacob Misiorowski expected to be called up to start against the Cardinals on Thursday. Starting pitcher Aaron Savali going to the bullpen. And day 2 of Packers minicamp, head coach Matt LaFleur cautions not to read too much into who is doing what.
We don't have pads on or anything like that, and there's a lot of limitations in regards to what you can and can't do, so I think there's a lot of wait and see.
Yeah, the Packers are still working out wide receiver Bo Melton at cornerback. And Game 3 of the NBA Finals between the Oklahoma City Thunder and Indiana Pacers scheduled for tonight in Indiana. That series tied at a game apiece.
Checking out the roads with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic. I pulled up the big board to check things out for you, and I thought, man, this kind of feels like deja vu. Yesterday, we had all these disabled vehicles out in the system. And today, a lot of disabled vehicles out on the system, too. But the good news is we don't have crashes, so we'll take that, right? As we head on out in Waukesha County, past Delafield, I-94 East at the ramp from 67 North. Right shoulder is blocked due to one vehicle that's broken down. That's a big old truck, so traffic is kind of just tamping the brakes a little bit while it's going past that. But I don't see any big backup, so that's good news. Also, we have another one in Milwaukee County. This one, I-43 South, a little bit beyond US 45, Highway 100. Right shoulder blocked in this case as well, also due to a truck that is broken down. And right in front of that, looks like a car that's broken down too. So we've got 2 cars involved in that one. Hopefully a tow truck gets out of there soon. Beyond that, of course, we have the delays on 41 due to the construction. Nothing new there, but I want to let you know. Also, 4194 South, right around Wisconsin 165. Right shoulder is blocked due to a car that's broken down there.
Traffic is sponsored by Design Exchange in Heartland and Pewaukee. Design Exchange is where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor on consignment at 25 to 40% off retail prices in Heartland and Pewaukee.
Sunny, breezy, warm, humid today, a high of 87 degrees. Chance for showers and storms tonight. Mostly cloudy at a low of 60. Some scattered showers are possible on Thursday. You'll also have a bit of sun shining with a high of 74 degrees. Chance of showers on Friday, partly sunny, high of 78. So some hit-and-miss shower opportunities here Thursday and Friday. Get to the weekend. Saturday morning, it looks like there could be some rain, otherwise mostly cloudy, and a high of 72. 77 and mostly cloudy in Milwaukee at 12:10.
Live from the Annex Wealth Management Studios in downtown Milwaukee, it's Wisconsin's Midday News, making stories come to life. Now, here are your hosts, Greg Matzik and Jessica Ty.
Be brief, be brilliant, be gone.
I like that.
The title of our show here, the abbreviated version of Wisconsin's Midday News. We get you to Brewers baseball coming up in about 25 minutes or so. Yeah, flying through the show here. Lots of stuff to get to and some big stories that we're following.
It's now at noon on Wisconsin's Midday News.
Law enforcement in Washington state believe they were closing in on murder suspect Travis Decker. The Pewaukee native is accused of kidnapping and killing his 3 young daughters and leaving their bodies at a campground. The Chelan County Sheriff's Office says it received a tip from a hiking party about a lone hiker who was avoiding others and was ill-prepared for trail and weather conditions. Listen to a reporter at Cairo in Seattle detail what happened when the feds try to track down that solo hiker.
They say that person was acting suspicious, and then whenever the authorities tried to fly a helicopter over the lone hiker, that person then ran from them.
Nicole Moss was driving through the search area and says she was taken aback by all the law enforcement presence.
I've never seen anything like this before, ever. So it's pretty scary, honestly. We didn't expect this when we were driving through here.
So here's the thing. Late yesterday, the Fed said they really thought they had Decker yesterday. They thought they spotted him. They thought they were going to get him, but they didn't, so he's still on the run right now. Investigators say the Pewaukee native suffocated his 3 young daughters. They were just 5, 8, and 9.
A federal appeals court rules President Trump's global tariffs can remain in place, at least for now. That means Trump's 10% global baseline tariff plus additional levies on China and other nations will stay in place pending further litigation. The stay came down just minutes after U.S. trade negotiations in London, and negotiators said they reached the framework of a deal with China to fully implement a deal that was struck last month in Geneva.
President Trump initially imposing 145% tariffs on Chinese goods coming into the U.S., and China at one point offering its own 125% tariffs on all U.S. imports, and the U.S. even threatening to revoke the visas of Chinese students studying here in this country.
Negotiations are ongoing, but in a post on Truth Social, the president writes, a deal with China has been completed.
In the next 18 months, an entertainment giant plans to open or break ground on 18 new concert sites across the country. Here in Milwaukee, it already has.
Live Nation says it's building 18 new concert venues across the country, everything from small clubs to large outdoor amphitheaters. The company says they'll open over the next year and a half at a cost of $1 billion. Live Nation already has 150 venues. The new projects are built as a way to reach smaller markets. Places like Allentown, Pennsylvania, and Virginia Beach are on the list, but so are larger cities like Atlanta, Denver, and Seattle. Steve Kathan, CBS News.
Live Nation is a stakeholder in the FPC Live venue that broke ground last year in the Deer District in Milwaukee, and that one is scheduled to open before the end of the year. The new spot on the site of the old Bradley Center will fit 4,500 concert goers. And Live Nation is really bullish on all of this year. This year in particular, I was checking out just their announcement of we're investing $1 billion in U.S. music venues. And to support their massive new investment program, they've hired 37,000 U.S. workers. They're also providing more than 1 million tickets to summer shows across the country for just $30. And remember, they did that for some of the Summerfest shows because American Family Insurance Amphitheater in Milwaukee is a Live Nation venue. And that was just some of them and just certain seats. But, I mean, that's a really great deal for a lot of people. If you can't afford a concert ticket, and those concert tickets can get pricey, to have some shows at just $30, that helps a lot.
Live Nation is an absolute behemoth. I mean, they are absolutely enormous. They also own and operate Alpine Valley Music Theater in East Troy. They own all of the House of Blues venues. For the most part, if it's a notable concert venue around the country, Live Nation's going to have a stake in it. And as you mentioned, they do have a stake in the building of a new venue here in Milwaukee, the FPC Live venue. Very interesting stuff. 12:15 on WTMJ, the latest former athlete to call ghost. Now at noon is sponsored by Flanders Home Entertainment. Flanders Home Entertainment is sound advice at the best price. Just press play.
Does music matter to you?
Flanders Home Entertainment wants to help you have the best music experience at home. They've got high-quality products, the best prices, and high-fidelity expertise for the best sound in and outside your home. Now is a great time to shop Flanders with their Music Matters sale event. All speakers, all amplifiers, receivers, turntables, CD players, music streamers, and accessories are on sale. Visit Flanders Home Entertainment today in West Allis, Grafton, or at Flanders.com. Sound advice at the best price. Flanders.
Just press play.
Hey, for 70 years, Geis has been the trusted garage authority in Wisconsin. If you have an issue with your garage door or opener, you make a call to Geis. They come by, they help you out. Sometimes they can solve the problem in just a matter of an hour or so, maybe even over the phone. Depends what it is, right? We just had a problem with the stripping around the perimeter of our garage door. I called Geis, they came out and they fixed it. Very simple, very easy project for them, but they treated it with respect and precision. Looks great, works great, back to normal. It's Geis. Don't let a busted garage door get you down. Make a call to Geis. Have them do for you what they've done for me. Provide outstanding service. With brands like CHI and LiftMaster in stock, they've got a door and opener for every budget. They can even go the custom route for you. It's a great place run by great people. Visit GeisDoors.com. Stop by the showroom in Brookfield off Barker Road. Don't think twice. Call Geis. Visit GeisDoors.com.
WTMJ's Vince Vitrano talking with Dr. Mike Nolte at Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. Doc, a lot of people are hesitant to visit a surgeon for spine care.
The good news is that the vast majority of patients that I see and the majority of conditions that I can see can be successfully treated without surgery. And I don't want patients to think that just because you're seeing a spine surgeon means that you're going to be signing up for surgery. We talk about, in my clinic, kind of a plan A, a plan B, and a plan C.
Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin, there is a difference. OrthoWisconsin.com.
For those with a warm weather fashion passion, try St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores, because that's where you'll find a vast array of men's, women's, girls, and boys' warm weather apparel at the friendliest prices. So many choices, and at such a value. You can fill the closet without draining your wallet. Shop warm weather fashions at St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores on Highway 100 in Layton and Greenfield, 23rd in Lincoln, and 76th and Bradley Road in Milwaukee.
You're gonna love it, St. Vincent de Paul.
Well, add former NBA power forward Kendrick Perkins to the list. Just let it keep going. It's kind of creepy.
How long you're going to let that go?
Add him to the list. The list of athletes or former athletes who have had a haunted encounter at a prestigious Milwaukee hotel.
What's that place called in Milwaukee? The Fister?
The Fister.
True story. I'm staying in the Fister with the Oklahoma City Thunder. I go to dinner, I come back, bathroom light come on. Bam. I'm like, oh, shit. Maybe that's something, you know what I'm saying, sensor base or whatever, I moved or something. So I go in there, I turn it off. 30 minutes later, the light come on again. I'm like, oh, this. I look at my phone, Reggie Jackson, who was like, you know, one of my little homies at the time, he called. He like, hey, bro, man, there's weird stuff going on in my room. I'm like, bro, I was just about to say I was about to tell you the same damn thing. No lie, Reggie comes to my room. I order him one of those little beds. You know what I'm saying? You know how they bring the roller beds in there? We had a sleepover. All the lights.
Stop it.
I swear to God.
The Fister was built in 1893. It does have a long history of luxury and hosted every U.S. president.
Yes.
William McKinley. President Trump stayed there during the RNC. They also play host, the Fister, to a number of Major League Baseball teams and teams from the NBA who are in town to play the Brewers or Bucks. And Mike Cameron, before becoming a member of the Brewers, had his own encounter.
And when somebody tells me that they wake up in the middle of the night just out of the blue and they feel like somebody's in the room with them and the door's wide open, that's enough to start changing, making some different plans.
All right, so you see documentaries about this kind of stuff. There's all sorts of different YouTube chatter and whatnot. If you do Haunted Fister, you'll get a bunch of stuff. I've been to the Fister many times. I've stayed there several times. I have never once had a hint of a haunted encounter at the Fister.
But wouldn't it be fun if you did?
I guess, right? Friendly ghosts, perhaps.
Some would say yes, others would say heck no.
It is a gorgeous, beautiful, iconic hotel in the city of Milwaukee. If you've never been there, it really is worth a walk through, a stay, a dinner at Mason Street Grill. It's fantastic. We were there last Friday, as a matter of fact, for the Lombardi Cancer Foundation Golf Gala, which was in their beautifully redesigned ballroom. It's stunning. But you do hear these stories from time to time. Add Kendrick Perkins to the list.
I just love this new story from Perkins that just popped up, because the fact that the other guy's like, oh my gosh, man, I just had issues too. And then all of a sudden, you know, Perkins is bringing in the rollaway bed and inviting the guy over, and then they're having the sleepover with the lights on. I'll tell you what, if I went up to Blue at the top of the Fister and there was a ghost sitting down and there was only one chair open over by the windows, I'd sit down with the ghost.
I'd probably buy it a bourbon. What do ghosts drink? Does it depend?
Something, I bet it's something
things?
smoky.
Something smoky?
Some of those drinks that just the top of it's smoking right now. I think that's what a ghost drinks.
That is popular now, smoking your cocktails.
Yeah.
I have a cocktail smoker kit. Very interesting.
I do love Blue.
Add Kendrick Perkins to the list. I have never encountered anything of the sort at the Fister, but I guess others have. Coming up next, we're worried that Gina might be done working with us. We'll explain why after this.
This season's gift with purchase is at Merle Norman. Shop now and receive skincare favorites for hydrating face and lips, including trial sizes of Aqua Bliss cleansing lotion and moisturizer, daily moisture toner, and lip conditioner SPF 15. Shop while supplies last at Merle Norman Cosmetics and Salon at Brookfield Square. Free with the purchase of 2 or more Merle Norman cosmetic products. Cosmetic accessories not included. Offer valid while supplies last at participating Merle Norman Cosmetic Studios only. Limit 1 per customer. We reserve the right to modify the gift if needed. Promotion not available at merlenorman.com.
Greg Matzik here. Horicon Bank has been doing banking differently since 1896, and they are once again sponsoring the Mayfair Collection Music Spotlight Concert Series. This is really cool. We know that summer is a great time to be out doing things outside in the state, and the music plays here in southeastern Wisconsin Wednesday nights from 6:30 to 8:30 in Keedy Plaza. And it begins tonight, as a matter of fact. The Mayfair Collection Music Spotlight Concert Series is presented by Horicon Bank. So tonight, Esquires 2, a little bit of pop and classic soul music. Going to be entertaining folks tonight from 6:30 to 8:30 at Keedy Plaza. It's the Mayfair Collection Music Spotlight. Just give it a Google search, sponsored by Horicon Bank. Tonight, 6:30 to 8:30 in Keedy Plaza. And the next several weeks, as a matter of fact, you can enjoy live music. If you miss out on tonight, well, there's always next Wednesday. And the Wednesday after that all the way through August 13th. Founded by inventors, fueled by community, focused on business, it is Horicon Bank. Doing banking differently since 1896. Member FDIC.
I'm here to help. This is your WTMJ Fix-It Show host, David Nason, with expert advice for our listeners. If you're dealing with leaks, stains, or cracks in your basement, it's time to call my trusted friends at Accurate Basement Repair. And you know what? You'll get a free expert evaluation on me. You just tell them David Nason, the Fix-It guy, told me to call. Don't let basement issues mess up your home. Trust Accurate Basement Repair to get the job done right. And again, that's Accurate Basement Repair, 414-744-6900 or AccurateBasementRepair.com.
I know you have a great dog, right? But you know there's room for improvement. At Sit Means Sit Dog Training, we can help. Our attention-based training system uses modern technology to help you better communicate with your dog, even in high distraction. When you schedule a free consultation with us, you will have the opportunity to see our training in action and meet for yourself our happy dogs off leash and under control. Contact Sit Means Sit today at 262-361-3641 or find us on the web at sitmeansitwaukesha.com to schedule your free consultation so you can have a happy, confident, and obedient dog.
For your next night out, revel in the fusion of artistry and flavor with Sushi at St. Kate, offering guests an elevated experience where freshness and creativity converge in every bite. St. Kate the Arts Hotel introduces an exciting new sushi menu to its culinary repertoire. Indulge in the finest seafood, freshest ingredients, and expert craftsmanship for an inspired and delectable dining journey. Experience the art of sushi at St. Kate and learn more at stkatearts.com.
Okay, Greg, did you see that what I texted you and Gina in the middle of the night?
Yes, and my response was, we've lost Gina. Gina's going to apply for this, and we're going to lose her as our producer, and I will be sad.
I saw this. I woke up. I couldn't go back to bed, so I thought, let me start reading. I better start reading, and then I'll fall back asleep. So 2 o'clock in the morning, I see this. Starbucks will pay up to $136,000 to travel the world and post about coffee on TikTok. And if you're a fan of Wisconsin's Midday News, and we hope you are, you know that we all love coffee, but our producer extraordinaire, Gina, really loves coffee. And so we feel like we're going to lose her to this job.
Well, it's $136,000. Starbucks will pay you that salary, and I presume cover your expenses if you're on the road drinking coffee, Starbucks coffee, in different areas. So part of the job description indicates that whoever is in this role must travel to 10 to 15 designated Starbucks locations around the world in a 1-year time frame. And the idea is to soak in the local culture, the community, the atmosphere, spread it all via social media, and show how Starbucks weaves into the DNA of these wonderful locations.
And honestly, you're going to some cool places. I mean, the Reserve Roastery in Milan, also a beautiful coffee farm in Costa Rica. So it's not like you're just popping into these, random coffee shops like you're going to the Starbucks in Milwaukee or Detroit.
Sure.
Well, I'm sure you're doing some of that. You're going to some pretty awesome cities, too. So you share their coffee story, you travel the world, and you get paid to post about it. Paid possibly $136,000.
It's not bad. Drinking coffee, traveling the world, get paid $136,000. Your expenses will likely be covered. I don't imagine you're forking over $7 for a latte in Washington, D.C. or Cairo, Egypt, but I could be wrong on that.
Yeah, what is the latte price in Egypt?
Very good question.
Does
I don't
it have
know.
gold in it?
It could be. Do they have one up by the pyramids?
Gold sprinkled on top?
Don't you feel like pyramids are built with people who have diminishing goals? Well, that's a story for a different time. It's a very interesting opportunity, and Gina is fast at the application. I'm hesitant to give out how to apply, Gina, because I don't want competition for you.
Oh, I've already done my research. I'm ready to go.
You are. I figured as much.
Here's the thing, though, Gina. You have competition. I was checking it out right now on TikTok, including this woman.
I am Tatiana Arizaga. Okay, Starbucks. You and me together? We'd be iconic.
That was like a typical young content creator, right? Also, though, there's some weird videos out there, like this one with the big voice guy. Big storyteller voice.
This is Cherise. She works at Starbucks and sees the same customers every day.
Hey, Cherise.
Hey, Josie. This is literally their third time here.
She thought
This one gets weird, Greg. This one's like, what? What is this one? And then there's also, there's a man, which is kind of nice to see because a lot of them are ladies, but there's also a guy who travels all the time for work and just loves coffee.
All right, Starbucks, you're looking for the perfect content creator? Well, you're looking at him. Why, you ask? Well, I practically live at Starbucks. I've been to almost 100 Starbucks in about 40 countries.
Woo, 40 countries.
Wow.
So Gina's got competition. And here's the thing, time is a ticking away. What do we have here? You have to have your application in by the end of Friday.
By the end of Friday?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's coming up.
Starbucks Global Coffee Creator. Use that hashtag. Upload your video via TikTok. This is genius. They're going to pay for the salary with these videos being uploaded, right? The marketing power behind these videos
so smart.
supplies the salary. It's a genius marketing plan and a cool job. News is next. And now, about your house. Eric Brown is the president of Siding Unlimited, your contractor for new windows, roofing, siding, decks, and a whole lot more. He knows about your house. So what do you know, Eric?
Recently, Siding Unlimited installed new windows in a home, and the homeowner loved the experience. Linda W. said, I was extremely satisfied with the service that was provided by Siding Unlimited. I had a new roof and new windows installed in my house. Linda loved that she chose the right company for peace of mind. She also loved the colors. Larry, another Siding Unlimited customer, was thrilled with the experience. Larry's home looks brand new. Go to our Siding Unlimited Instagram page and see our pinned message to listen to Larry's testimonial, but also see his house. Again, Siding Unlimited, knocking it out of the park. Looking for new windows, siding, roofing, and doors? Visit the 5-time Pella Platinum Premier National Window Contractor of the Year winner at sidingunlimited.com. Definitely listen to Larry on Instagram at Siding Unlimited LLC.
Eric and his crews at Siding Unlimited are your go-to contractor here for roofing and also replacement windows, decks, and of course siding. They've done it all at the Matzik households over the years. It started with windows, transforming our 1953 Milwaukee home into something beautiful. And then, on our new house, brand new LP SmartSide siding. Built 8 years ago, our house still looks brand new. Make sure to connect with Eric about patio projects as well. They've expanded our outdoor living space to an area fit with a beautiful cedar pergola, paver patio, gas fire pit, and more. The best in lighting? I can control it from my phone. All there at Siding Unlimited. Truly siding and a whole lot more. Take the next step and check them out at sidingunlimited.com. Siding Unlimited. Truly siding and a whole lot more. It's 12:30. I'm Greg Matzik. This is Wisconsin's Midday News. Your top story, a protest movement growing across the country.
I'm Jessica Talley. A musical visionary passes away.
Sunny, breezy, warm, humid, a high of 87 degrees. Chance for storms tonight, mostly cloudy and a low of 60. 77 and cloudy in Milwaukee at 12:31 from the WTMJ breaking newsroom as anti-ICE protests continue in downtown Los Angeles and across the country. Wisconsin Governor Tony Evers offering his thoughts. Governor Evers says if ICE crackdowns expand, Wisconsin's economy will be negatively impacted.
We have tens of thousands of people working in the state of Wisconsin in our farms, milking cows, doing everything possible. And if suddenly those people disappeared, the 25.8% in transportation that we're seeing, billions of dollars, all that will disappear. And I don't know who the hell is going to milk the cows.
An estimated 10,000 undocumented immigrant workers perform roughly 70% of the labor on Wisconsin dairy farms.
Breaking news this hour, Brian Wilson, founding member of the Beach Boys, has died at the age of 82.
Would
He's considered one of the most influential pop musicians of the 20th century, architect of the California sound. But Brian Wilson started simple, singing with his brothers in their living room, then forming the Beach Boys in 1961. The band's popularity put a strain on Wilson, suffering a nervous breakdown in 1964, the start of a lifelong struggle with mental health issues and substance abuse. Out of those battles came the release of Pet Sounds, his crowning achievement and widely regarded as a masterpiece. Wilson was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame with the Beach Boys in 1988. Matt Wolf, ABC News.
One person is dead after a double shooting Tuesday on Milwaukee's north side. It happened near 15th and Ring. Police say the first victim, a 45-year-old, was pronounced dead at the hospital. The second person who was shot is expected to survive. No one is in custody.
2 campers have been found dead on Isle Royale National Park in Lake Superior. That park is on a remote island located just south of the U.S.-Canada border. Park officials say rangers found the campers' bodies early Monday. The cause of their deaths is not known yet.
Wauwatosa School District parents are calling for Superintendent Dr. Damon Means to be removed after WSTEM School was closed in March. Kelly Goldman with Save Our Schools Wauwatosa tells WTMJ the expansion of STEM's education is better for the district overall.
Change has just been hard for some people, but the change overall and the progress and the growth in our district has been really positive.
Dr. Means' actions will be reviewed at the Wauwatosa School Board meeting June 23rd.
A new restaurant is set to open at Milwaukee Mitchell International Airport later this year. Mitchell Market will operate out of Concourse D, serving food and drinks throughout the day. The restaurant is the third new food development plan for Concourse D. Earlier this year, Central Standard announced plans to open a new location in Concourse C of the airport, and that will begin service this fall.
Just like that, we are out of time on Wisconsin's Midday News. Brewers baseball coming up in just a couple of minutes here on WTMJ. Milwaukee going for a series win over the Braves. The Cardinals visit Milwaukee for a 4-game series beginning Thursday night. Brewers baseball is next.
When it comes to joint replacement, you want the best care available. The Orthopedic Surgery Center in Pewaukee is a leader in joint replacement, offering same-day surgery with advanced technology. Their team of experts specializes in knee,